What's up, guys? In this video we're going to break down 3 of the biggest myths in the pickup community. These are things that are considered common knowledge and are commonly taught but happen to be total bullshit. Myth number 1. Focus on the process, not the results. Imagine if you're thinking about hiring a personal trainer and you're like, hey man, so if I do the 6-month package, what can I expect at the end? And he's like, yo, guy, relax. Let's just focus on the process, right? You don't need to get jacked. Like, the results are not important. You would never hire that person. Or let's say you go to a bank and you're like, hey, so I'm thinking of investing, $20,000 with you guys. What kind of dividends should I expect? And like, yo, like, we're not trying to get you results here. Like, calm down, man. Like, let's just focus on the process. Investing is a journey. It should be fun. You're going to enjoy investing with us. You would never give them your money. But for some reason, people don't always apply this logic when it comes to getting good with girls. And I think a large part of this is some really excellent marketing on the behalf of RSD. They're like, okay, a lot of our clients are not getting results, so, I know, we're going to get them to focus on the process so they don't ask for refunds when they take a $3,000 boot camp and have nothing to show for it at the end. The problem is that if you ignore the results, you can keep making the same dumb mistakes over and over again. Results are basically nature's way of telling you whether you're doing something right or you need to course correct. So a guy who's really focused on the results, for example, well, if he's doing something wrong, like, okay, I've been going out for a month, I'm not getting results, so clearly I need to change. And you keep changing things up until you get on the right track. And then you start getting some results and you're like, okay, this is working, this is not working. How can I improve some things to get more results? As a result of that, the process will become fun. Now, of course, you shouldn't just completely be miserable with what you're doing. Yes, it should be enjoyable, but think about it as like going to the gym. Yes, of course, you probably, if you're like most people, you enjoy some component of lifting weight. It's challenging, blah, blah, blah. But the thing that really gets you fired up is thinking about how sick you're going to look after a year of lifting, like how strong you're going to feel, right? It's the result. It's not so much the process that's going to motivate you to grind it out day in and day out. So big misconception, and you need to take that idea and just fucking throw it out the toilet. Myth number 2, texting should only be used for logistics. Now, this may have been true 15 or 20 years ago, but this idea is just horribly behind in the times. If you only use texting for logistics, it's almost as bad as fucking driving around in a horse and buggy and in traffic and being like, why do all these people have cars? You're just going to be so fucking limited in what you could do. A lot of chicks use text as a way to get a feel for a guy's personality, right? They're using it as a way, okay, is this guy going to remain cool or is he going to do something weird or needy? And if you don't give her that, if you only just do logistics, she's going to screen you out. And this is going to be a lot of girls. So if you only use texting for logistics, you're going to be at a huge disadvantage with every other modern human being. So also, horrible myth, needs to go in the pooper. Myth number 3, always go for the same day or the same night lay. Again, this is largely bullshit, right? So this is commonly, you'll hear situations like guys like, oh, I was at Starbucks, got this girl's phone number, and they're like, dude, you should have gone for the same day lay. But in reality, the vast majority of normal human beings are not able to, just do go home with a random person they just met, right? Because they're usually busy during the day. At night, they're usually out with their girlfriends. Now, of course, they happen, and they can happen, somewhat frequently if you run enough volume. However, the vast majority of your success will come from phone numbers, right? Because if you're walking around and you're chat up like, let's say 50 girls, which is quite excessive, maybe one of them will have the availability to go home with you that night. But like something like 20 or 30 of them might be single and down to meet at a later point. Now, the problem with just focusing too much on the same day and same night lay is that you leave a lot of things on the table. So you'll see guys who just get disappointed when they find out the girl they're talking to can't come home with them that night, and they almost just leave the interaction. In reality, if they just got her phone number and made solid plans for later, they would have been able to get her out and hook up with her ultimately. So again, also horrible myth and misconception. All right, hopefully you guys found this video valuable. Show us some of that love by smashing the like button, hitting subscribe, and clicking the bell for notification. Help us grow this channel. We're trying to get to 100,000 subs, and we can do it with your help. So share this video if you enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching, and until next time.